Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Last day of the week, midday, a few more hours before we kick our weekend. Well, weekdays and weekends look very different these days. So I'm hoping that you're wrapping up the week, and this is a great way to start your weekend. Thank you for the trust. Thank you for having me. We will have a practice of almost 70 something minute now, including our final rest, Shavasana. If you have props, we asked this earlier, something that can make the floor a little more accessible for you. That's great. If you don't have specific yoga props, you can maybe use some books that can be really handy. If you don't have anything, that's also fine. I will do my best to give lots of options and different levels so we can all benefit. Something before we start the physical practice, maybe if you're in a bright space like me in the final rest, you may like to cover your eyes with a piece of cloth or maybe with the arm of your t-shirt, something that can really help you to tune in to that final rest. To begin, as you can see my body, find a tall seat, please. And I'm sitting on to an edge of a block. It might look like a cushion for you, whatever is handy. The idea here is we can keep the spine long, that's number one, and the lower half of the body is really relaxed. I'm left-handed and very left side dominant, so my left hip is also a bit more open. So I like to start with the other side, which is less dominant and a bit more stiff, my right side. So the right leg is forward, left leg is back. Please find a similar shape, and your knees may look like a little higher. Maybe the hips are tight, might be also your structure. Don't overthink it, don't label yourself. Just do your best to relax the lower half of the body and keep the upper half really long. Allow your hands to rest on your thighs. Maybe your palms are facing up or down. In my own practice, when I feel like I need to ground a bit more, I turn my palms facing down. Energetically, it's such a nice reminder and a simple gesture. If you feel like not grounding too much, but staying open and a bit more uplifting energy, turn your palms facing up. Wherever you choose to be, relax the fingers. Move your hands back on your thighs a little bit so your arms can be really heavy. Allow your shoulders to go back and down, which is helping your chest to lift up a little bit. Chin parallel to the floor. Relax the muscles of your face, especially the hinge of the jaw. Lips are sealed here, but the teeth are apart. Rest your tongue away from the roof of the mouth. And maybe for the first time today, notice that you're breathing. As we inhale here through the nose, feel that cooling effect right in front of the nostrils. And as we exhale, feel that warming sensation. Let's have 3 more cycles like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose. Keeping the spine long still. Inhale. Full and complete breath out. Exhale. Last one. Breathe in. Keep sitting tall. Breathe out. Okay, next inhale. Bring your hands together at the chest. Let them very gently connect. So it's not like a big push, but a very gentle touch. It's a sense of arrival. It's a sense of centering ourselves before we start moving. And we always believe that there's a little space in between our palms. And think about planting a seed there. So there's a little space. It's warm, it's dark. It's exactly what a seed needs. With the right amount of pressure, with the right amount of heat, we allow that seed to grow till the end of the practice. What is your intention? What is the reason you're practicing and you're placing your body in this rectangle shape? What is the expectation? Allow your body and your mind to flow in this journey together. Take a full breath in. Full breath out. Very gently bow your head to your heart. And lift the head. Release your arms. When you're ready to come back, open your eyes. Okay, let's begin. Moving the prop underneath you if you had one, and come to hands and knees, please. From here, we will spread the fingers comfortably wide, so not overstretching or not close, comfortably wide. Try to have even space between each finger, and place your shoulders over the wrists and your knees under your hips. Tuck your toes under, and keeping the feet and the knees hip width apart, our hands shoulder width apart. So shoulder width means we're aligning the second finger with the shoulders, with the outer edge of the shoulder. So it's normally slightly wider than we think, because we will take it to down dog after. That's why I'm very specific about that. Second finger aligning with the outer edge of the shoulders. And there will be a sense of more than the outer edge. That's where we begin to have some wrist and shoulder injuries when we lose the connection from the center and press the outer edge. So do the opposite. Find that press through the inner edge. Once we find this alignment here, with the inhale, soften your belly to the floor, lift your tailbone up, reach your center of the chest forward, and look forward to a degree your neck feels okay. With the exhale now, push the floor away with your hands, round the spine. Allow your head to go heavy as we tuck the chin to the chest. Inhale, reverse it now. Soften the belly, lift the tailbone up, look forward. With the exhale, curl in, round your spine. Simple cat-cow here, just to warm up the spine. Inhale, belly goes down to the floor. Feel that stretch in the front line of the body. With the exhale, rounding the back body. Connecting, linking the breath with movements. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, round the spine. In and out through the nose. 2 more. Inhale. Try to unlock your elbows here. Softly bend. Round in as you exhale. Last one. Big breath in. Shoulders away from the ears. Round in, big breath out. Okay, come back to the long spine now, which means we're still remaining the neutral curves, but we are not too much deep into the back bend or the rounding. Long spine. Send your right leg back. Keep the right toes tucked under. Don't open your hips to the side here. Turn your right hip facing down. And now lift your right leg same level with the hip. Not too high, not too low. I know you cannot see it, but you can feel it, same level. Your toes are pointing down. You can choose to keep both hands on the floor or reach the opposite arm forward. Right there, we're playing with the balance a little bit. So draw your right hand to the left knee and try to stay steady here. As we push the earth away, hug your lower belly in and up and reach a little further. Press the back heel back, your fingertips forwards, deep breath in. With the exhale now, round your spine, bring your elbow to the knee or your nose to knee. Inhale, lengthen, reach forward and back. Exhale to round. Last one, inhale. Round in as you exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale to lower everything down. Okay, back to hands and knees. Just to reset the spine here, replace the hands. Inhale, soften the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, round your spine. Come back to a long spine again. And now send your left leg back. Keep the toes tucked under first, just to have a sense of hips. And stay strong in your center. Push the earth away, tone the belly in. Choose to stay here or choose to reach the right arm forward. Play with the balance. We all have the good side and the bad side. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, curl in, knee to elbow. Inhale, reach forward and back. Stay long. Don't worry about the height. Exhale, round in. The more we do it slower, the more it gets trickier. Last one, inhale. Round in as you exhale. Inhale to reach. Exhale to release. Hand down, knee down. Okay. Reset your foundation. Inhale, soften the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, push the floor round the spine. Come back to your long knees wide to the edges of your mat. Untuck the toes, point them back, and send your hips back to a momentary child's pose here. Reach the arms forward as long as you can. Melt your heart down and your forehead down. Option 1, staying here. Option 2, bend your elbows and bring your hands together. Walk the elbows away from you again as best as you can. Then melt your heart. Take 3 deep breaths. Two more. Inhale from the outer hips to the outer shoulders. Exhale, let the breath go. Last one, inhale. Let everything go soft as you exhale. Okay, inhale, reach the arms forward. And slowly roll yourself back to hands and knees. Now from here, let's move the hands a hand forward, still shoulder width apart. Remember that shoulder distance. Spread the fingers. Press the thumb and the index finger down. Tuck the toes under. of so there's a lot of lengthening to the side body. I like to see your spines or have your spines long here versus having your legs straight and your knees locked. So bend the knees. The hamstrings are a bit more secondary here. Keep the spine long. Are you still breathing? If you have never heard about this breathing technique in yoga, Ujjayi breath, it's like fogging up a mirror, but your mouth is closed. So that ocean breath sound behind back at your throat, in and out through the nose. It's loud enough so maybe if you had a neighbor near your mat right now, they could hear you. Take one more inhale. One more exhale. Now bend your knees even more, look forwards, and walk your feet slowly forward until they meet with your hands. Make two fists and fit them between the inner arches of your feet. Now, like we did for fingers, lift your toes off the floor, spread them wide, and bring them down again. This is where you may like some blocks or some height underneath your hands to make the floor a bit more accessible. Shift your weight forward a bit more. I caught myself in the camera. So the hips are not too much back, they're forward, outer hips aligning with the heels. So keep the blocks under the shoulders. Inhale, lift halfway up now. And let's stay here to readjust a few details. Bend your knees, press your heels down, and the two corners of the balls of the feet down, the inner and the outer edge, and stay long. You can bend your knees as much as you need, but think about there's a rope in the center of your chest and someone is pulling you forward from there. Inhale to lengthen. Stay, exhale. Shoulders away from the ears. One more inhale. Now exhale, slowly fold. Bend your knees as much as you need. Rest your chest over the thighs and shake your head yes and no. Inhale halfway again. Come back to neutral spine. Exhale to fold over the legs. One more like that. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and release. Last one, inhale. Fold and exhale. Now, keep the knees bent. Come halfway up. Move your blocks to the either side of the mat. Hands to hips. Roll the shoulders back. And press the feet down. Slowly rise. I always feel a little lightheaded here, so that's normal. Press your feet down to the floor, straight and long legs. Release your arms by your sides, palms facing forward. Tadasana. Stand tall here, only the shoulders. Inhale, lift them up towards the ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Two more. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, back and down. Last one, inhale. Roll back, exhale. Next, inhale to reach the arms to the sky, full breath in. With the exhale, through the center, forward fold, hinge from the hips and touch the floor. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe hands on blocks, maybe hands on shins here. Exhale to fold. Hands to hips, shoulders back. Inhale, slowly rise. We call this half sun salutation. Exhale, release the arms. One more like that. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward, hinge from the hips with a long spine, touch the floor. Halfway lift, inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky, full breath in. Push the floor away with your feet. Exhale, arms by your sides, Tadasana, mountain pose. Okay, now let's keep adding. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need, remember. Inhale, halfway lift. With the exhale now, bend your knees, plant your hands down, shoulder width, and step your feet back to plank pose. To modify here, you can lower the knees to the floor, but keep the body in a diagonal. Inhale here, rock forward slightly. So that means your shoulders are passing the wrists a little. Bend your elbows straight back and lower all the way down to the ground. From here, move your hands slightly back so they're more aligned with the upper ribs, and press the tops of the feet to the floor. Inhale, lift the heart forward and up, baby cobra. Exhale, slowly lower. 2 more with the breath. Press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, rise. It's not too high. Exhale, slowly release. Last one. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly down. Tuck your toes under. Use the knees. Press the floor away. Inhale. Exhale to child's pose. Hips back to heels. Reach the arms forward and melt your heart, head down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale, long side body. Maybe an audible exhale. Ha. Use the next inhale to roll up. Come to hands and knees. Exhale to down dog, hips up and back. Enjoy 3 deep breaths in your down dog. I'm just coming up to see if there are any questions there, anything I need to be aware. No, great. 2 more breaths. Still keeping the knees bent, reaching the hips up and back, away from your hands. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Okay, bend your knees, lift the heels high, look forwards, maybe a couple steps, maybe 2 big steps, come to the top edge of the mat. Feet hip width apart. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, make some noise, fold over the legs. Ha. Inhale, press the feet down, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, arms by your sides, mountain pose. Take an inhale here. Let the blood pressure settle. Big breath out. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Okay. We'll take chair pose just to add a bit more strength to the legs. Then we'll keep going. For chair, you can either bring the feet together or hip width apart. Just make sure when we bend the knees to sit back, your knees are not rolling in or rolling out. They go same direction with the toes. So either feet together, hip width. Anyone pregnant, feet hip width, please. Or for more balance, feet hip width. Bend the knees, sit back and down, reach the arms to the sky. Here we have more weight over the heels as we send the hips back, but the toes are still on the floor. Try to find some balance there between toes and heels, left and right, inner and the outer edge. Keep your chest open, arms reaching. If you have the space, maybe sit a little deeper. When you look down, you should be able to see the toes, so send your hips that much back. I know the thighs are working. 1 more breath. Exhale, forward fold, head down, hips up. Relax the face. If your jaw did everything, next time use your core, your legs a bit more. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Now, tend your fingertips down and step your right foot all the way back. Lower your back knee to the floor. If you have bony knees like me or having any knee issues going on, I highly recommend something soft to place under that back knee. Back toes tucked under. Align your front knee over the front heel and separate the feet hip width for balance. Wait for the inhale to rise, arms to the sky, low lunge. It's very tempting to do the gravity, to allow the gravity to do the work and sink so much down. I want you to do the opposite a bit more. Have the control there. Press the front foot down, come out of your lunge a little bit, come out of that depth, hug your inner thighs to one another, like finding the midline of the body, and lengthen the side body. Inhale to reach. Exhale to steady the breath here. Now with the inhale, catch your right wrist with the left fingers. Inhale, find a bit more length through the side body. Exhale, lean to the left. So we're getting deeper into the side body with that tilt. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. One more inhale. Last exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Separate your hands, reach to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands down to the floor. Let's have the blocks if you have. If you don't, find some books maybe. Inhale to lengthen, any height that's appropriate for you. With the exhale, move the hips back. Make the front leg straight, any amount. So as you can see, my front knee is bent a little, and that's okay. But this hip is rolling away from the front foot. So bringing some space to the side body, to the low back, as we lift the toes to the sky. Your back knee is under the back hip, so the hips are high enough to give that stretch to the hamstring and to the front leg. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, find some softness here. If the back line of the leg is already talking to you, that's okay. That's why you're practicing. Please enjoy 3 more cycles of breath here. Inhale. Full and complete exhale. 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Nice. Last inhale. Last exhale. Come out slow, please. Rebend the front knee. Plant your foot down. Let your supports go. Hands to the floor. Lift the back knee first. This is a prep. Inhale. Step back to plank as you exhale. Take a big breath in. If you need to modify, lower the knees and lower all the way down to the floor with your exhale. Elbows go straight back. Untuck the toes. Press the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift the heart, baby cobra. Exhale, slowly lower. Tuck the toes. Inhale, come to hands and knees. Exhale, straight to down dog from here. Hips up and back. You can adjust the foundation here, making your feet and your hands a little closer. Maybe as we warm up the body and have more space in the back body, perhaps your heels are getting closer to the floor. That's normal. Imagine here, someone is pulling you back from your hip creases, so you're getting some length through the low back. 1 more big breath. Open the mouth, let it go. Ha.
Okay, with your inhale now, reach your right leg to the sky. Three-legged dog. Hug your right knee to the chest, come forward to plank, lift the hips a little high, and step the right foot near the right thumb, lower the back knee to the floor. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. We're doing the other side. Okay, low lunge. Press the front foot down a little bit, come out of that depth, hug your inner thighs, find the balance with the back toes tucked under, and reach the arms to the sky. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Catch your left wrist with the right fingers. Inhale, lengthen the side body. Then exhale, lean to the right. This is where the front knee loves to move a lot. Keep it steady over the ankle and pointing forward. Maybe your back knee is cushioned if you did on the first side. Keep breathing. One more. Okay, steady and slow. Come back to center. Separate the hands. Inhale. Exhale, hands down to the floor. Maybe you have space. Keep the fingertips light. Maybe you're on blocks to support. Inhale, lengthen first. Exhale, move the hips back. Front leg straight. Any amount. We're not looking for perfection at all. Move the back knee back. Back toes tucked under. You can keep the front knee bent, that's okay. But roll that right hip back and behind you and reach the center of the chest forward. So we're not rounding the spine. It's the opposite. That's why I ask you to keep this front knee bent a little. 3 deep breaths. Half split. In and out through the nose, steady and slow. One more. Take a deep breath in. Slowly coming out, deep breath out. Rebend the front knee. Bring your hands to the floor and step back to build some strength. Please lower the knees down. You're still doing the work. Inhale. Hold it for the exhale. Relax the face. One more inhale. Exhale, rock forward slightly on your tiptoes and lower all the way down. Point the toes back, move your hands slightly back, hug your elbows in. Baby cobra, lift the heart. Exhale, lower the chest, tuck the toes, use the knees, hands and knees. Exhale to down dog, hips up and back. Take a full breath, nice work. Full breath out. One more inhale. Fully exhale. Okay, bring your feet together, move them slightly forward. Bend your knees, pull your hips back, look forward. Take 2 big steps, maybe a little hop, come to the top edge of the mat. Inhale for halfway. Exhale to fold. Press the feet down. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, mountain pose, arms by your sides. The body is getting warmer. Right here, I ask you to pause without fixing or fidgeting too much. These are very powerful moments when we're linking one sequence to another.
to view everything a little, to hear what we hear. As most of the time, we feel the after effects of the postures right after we come out, or an hour later, a day later. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay. Chair pose again. Bend the knees, sit back, arms to the sky. Sit a little deeper if you want to go deeper. If this feels too much for the shoulders and the upper back, you can always keep your hands together at the heart. One more breath in. One more breath out. Fold over the legs, lightly touch the floor, head goes heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. With the exhale, step the right foot back again. This time you will change the alignment. I'll turn this way so you can see me when we get there. Lower the back heel to the floor, and your front toes are pointing forward. Your back foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. Align your front heel with your back inner arch. Wait for the inhale to come all the way up, arms parallel to the floor, for warrior two. Bend your front knee a little deeper, so it's stack over the front heel, and the back leg is strong. We mostly forget this back leg, so keep it strong by pressing the outer edge down. So many students like to shift forward here. Take the shoulders back over the hips and your arms parallel to the floor. Find your fingers, your wrists soft. I like to turn my heart to the side here, so the side body gets some length. And you can look forward through the middle finger. If that feels too much for your neck, you can look same direction with the heart. If you want to go deeper, you can bend the front knee a bit more until you make the front thigh parallel to the ground. That will be more work on your legs, just so you know. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Shoulders relax. Last breath in. Last breath out. Okay, now flip the left palm to the sky. Straighten your front leg without locking your knee. Have a micro bend. Reach your left arm up overhead as we slide the back hand down onto the thigh, and turn your heart to the long edge of the mat. Reach your left arm up, up, up. Breathe into the side body here. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Okay, inhale, come back to center. Arms parallel to the floor. Both legs are straight, hips are open to the side. Reach forward, forward, forward with your left arm. Exhale, lower your hand down. Couple options here on your shin, maybe on your block. Ideally outside of your front leg, so you have the space to lean back, or as high as on your thigh. If you don't have that much space with your legs, with your side body, reaching the right arm to the sky. So as you can see, my arms are aligning here, leaning back enough. So the body is creating this length from the back heel to the crown. If you find yourself like this, might be tight shoulders, then come up a bit more, turn your chest to the sky, and stay here. This hand can be on the hip as well. So lots of things to modify. 2 more breaths. Long neck, strong legs and hips. 1 more. Last big breath in.
Big breath out. Slowly press the feet down. Come all the way up. Hands to hips. And turn your left toes facing in, facing the long edge of the mat. Heel toe your feet so they're parallel. And the toes are slightly in. Knees softly bend. Hands to hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Shoulders back. Exhale, hinge from the hips. Bow forward and down. Hands under the shoulders to take a pause. Again, if you're having low, high blood pressure, for any reason, you don't want to lower your head down your heart. That can feel like a mild inversion, so stay here halfway. Or your back body is open enough and you can take this take some different arm versions. You can keep the hands shoulder width, bending the elbows straight back. You can hold the outer edge of the legs, maybe push through the legs and the hands and get your spine over. Wherever you are, keep the breath going. Two more. Last breath. Okay, slowly come halfway up, inhale. Hands to hips, shoulders back, push the floor away, slowly rise. Okay, fun way. Heel toe your feet. Heel toe, unless they're together. Turn yourself to the top edge of the mat and come back to start. Release the arms. Take a big breath in. Big breath out. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Last chair pose. Bend the knees, sit back, reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, sit a little deeper. One more inhale. Exhale, forward fold, touch the floor. Let the head go heavy. Inhale, halfway lift. This time, step the left foot all the way back and spin your back foot flat, parallel to the back edge of the mat, aligning the bones from heel back inner arch. Wait for the inhale to rise. Warrior two, other side. From heel back inner arch, front knee bend straight forward over the heel. This loves to go in, your right knee, roll it out to the pinky side of the foot until you see the big toe when you look down through the inner knee. Turn yourself, your hips open to the side and arms parallel to the floor. Relax the shoulders back and down. And breathe. Time and longer hold can really intensify this shape. See where you're overusing your muscles, where you're not using at all. Chances are the back leg, keep it strong so it can do the half of the work. One more breath. Okay, inhale, turn your right palm to the sky and straighten the front leg. Move the back foot just a little bit forward, just a little. Reach the right arm to the sky, your left hand down. Turn yourself to the left long edge of the mat and reach the right arm a little longer. Breathe on to the entire side body. Last breath. Okay, inhale back to center. Keep the legs as they are. Micro bend to the front knee. So this is not micro bend. Very gentle. Reach the right arm forward, slide your hips back. Go as long as you can go through the side body. Then lower your right hand down. Maybe on a block, maybe on your shin, maybe a little higher, whatever you need. This top hand go to your hip or to the sky. If your shoulders are not opening here, I would like to see your top hand on the hip and shoulders open instead of reaching the arm up. Wherever you are, you're perfect. Just breathe. That's my only request. There's no perfect image we try to achieve on the mat, so always keep that in mind. Two more breaths. Last breath. Take a big breath in. Slowly coming all the way up. Big breath out. Hands to hips. Turn the right toes facing in. Parallel your feet. The best alignment here is when we reach the arms to the sides, our wrists are above our ankles. So that's the length we want between the feet. Inhale, lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale, hinge from the hips, bow forward and down. Grab your blocks, your books, or your hands on the floor, maybe fingertips. Stay halfway or fold deeper. Little key here, if you're in a deep fold, send your weight over the toes a bit more. Press your heels down, soften your knees, and reach your sit bones to the sky. That will give you more opening for the hamstring. Enjoy 3 more breaths wherever you are. Last breath. Okay, slowly come out. Do it slow, please. Come halfway up. Hands under the shoulders. Inhale, full breath. Exhale, release any tension if you're holding. Strong feet, press them down. Hands to hips. And very slowly rise. Okay, I'm slowing it down now. Heel toe your feet a little closer, which is wider than hip width. Turn your toes out, heels slightly in. Watch your knees here, going same direction with the toes, maybe feet even closer. And lower your seat down, closer to the floor, hands together at the heart. We call this Malasana, yogic squat. Maybe you're already feeling too much on the knees, ankles. Then sit on something. So we take the pressure off from the joints. Hands together at the heart. We push the elbows out and hug the knees back in, which is helping us to lengthen and stay with an open chest. If you don't have a block, you're still struggling somewhere here, then please sit all the way down. Move your feet a little further. This is still Malasana. Enjoy it here. Wherever you are, make sure you're still breathing. I like my eyes closed here and face soft. As I'm shifting the energy of the class from being on the feet, working the legs, the core, the back body, the side body. Now it's time to slowly let that energy go down to the earth. Invite some deep breaths and some cooling to your practice. Big breath in. Big breath out. Last one, inhale. Slowly open the eyes,
One hand in front of you, one hand behind you. Safely bring yourself down. Extend your legs forwards. Give them a little shake. Yay, we're on the floor. Hope I didn't work you too much. From here, I'm turning my side so you can see how I'm setting this portion of the class. If you have something to sit on, the long edge of the mat, right under your sit bones, great. If you don't have anything to sit on, I'm hoping you have a yoga mat right now, and you can fold your mat a few times to create some height underneath your hips. So the idea here is we're not rounding too much, lengthening the spine as best as we can. And if you cannot lengthen like I do right now, that's okay. That's a practice, and hopefully with more practice, we will get there. Bend your right knee, so I'm mirroring you so you can see my side, and roll the right knee out to the side. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner left thigh as high as you can bring, and allow this knee to go heavy. If that's not happening, support it with something. Cushion, block, whatever you have. Take a slight turn facing your extended leg and bring your hands down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, lift the heart. Exhale, slowly move your hands forward and fold over this extended leg. And it's slightly active, not passive. Toes up, curl them back to your face. Maybe a little softness to this extended knee. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold as we hug the lower belly in and up. Have some space there. Inhale to lengthen from your sit bones to the crown. Exhale, maybe fold a little deeper. Inhale. Stay or fold. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's the edge you're playing today. Don't force to go any deeper. You can stay in the center like this. Your hands are mirroring the front leg. I sometimes like taking this hand outside of the foot, ankle or shin, to get into the side body and the low back. And the other hand to the side to keep you centered. Still inhale, find some length. And exhale, fold, belly over the thigh. Then your forehead down. Wherever you are, please enjoy your breaths. In through the nose. Out through the nose. We still create that ocean breath sound in and out through the nose. Two more breaths. Last breath in. Last breath out. Okay, inhale, slowly come up. Help your right knee, bring it back to center and extend your legs. Give everything a little shake. Okay, other side. Bend your left knee. Roll the knee out to the sides. Bring the sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Please support that knee if it's hanging. Inhale, find some length. Take a slight turn facing your extended leg. Exhale from the belly, then chest. Slowly fold. Choose to stay here in the center, or choose to bring your hand outside of the foot, ankle, shin, wherever you can reach. When we slow down the practice, When the postures are less exciting, we use the breath as an anchor. Really paying attention to every inhale and every exhale. Otherwise, your mind will shift, because that's what it does. We are not asking our mind to stop or not to think any ideas, any past, any future dialogues. We just do our best to create a bit more pause and space in between our thoughts. And that's my purpose today. If we can have just a bit more space between everything we think, then I've done my work well. Last breath here. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Slowly walk your hands back and roll back up. Your knee back to center. Extend your legs. Give them a little shake. Okay. Our last posture here on the floor. Finishing symmetric. Both legs are extended. They can be bent if it's really hard for you. This is a real yoga pose, by the way. We call this staff pose, Dandasana in Sanskrit, the language of yoga. If your hip flexors are tight or not strong enough, if your core muscles are not strong enough to keep your spine long, this can get really painful here just to sit. So bend your knees a bit more. Inhale, find some length. Exhale slowly, by breath. Bring your chest over the thighs. As far as you can go. Maybe you're up here. My friends, not feeling much. Think about slowly straightening your legs and getting closer to them. You can choose to hold your outer shins, ankles, maybe the feet if you're that far. Hug your lower belly in and up. Find that reach and length through the spine. Three more breaths. Keep folding if you have the space, or perfectly stay in stillness. Last breath in. Last breath out. Okay, slowly use your hands, very slowly. Roll back up. Bend your knees, bring your feet flat to the floor, legs together. Wrap your arms around the shins and rest here, forehead down to the knees. Take a deep breath in. Give yourself a big hug, deep breath out. One more inhale. Let go any unnecessary effort. Big breath out. Okay, slowly roll up. If you're sitting on something, shift yourself forward and clear the space behind you. Separate the feet hip width. Catch the backs of the thighs. Nothing fancy here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, slowly roll down. Have your cover for your eyes ready, please. And if you have a block, one block handy, come all the way down.
With knees bent here, feet flat on the floor. Shift your hips to the left. Your knees bent together to the right for reclined twist. Cactus your arms side to side. If you have big space, arms wide in a T shape. Keep your knees same level with the hips. And I want your back body on the floor, your upper back body. So if your shoulder is lifting, please place the block under the bottom knee so it's easier for you to place the shoulder blades down. We want the twist in the mid spine here, so that's why we're supporting the legs and the upper back body on the floor. You can choose to look up, maybe eyes closed, or you can turn your gaze to the opposite direction through the left shoulder. Enjoy a few deep breaths here. Three more. Last, longest, deepest breath in. And the deepest breath out. One by one, bring your knees back to center. Shift your hips back to center. And give yourself a big hug here, knees to chest, arms around the legs. Choose to stay here or rock the body side to side. Some spines don't like this, so take it or leave it. You can stay in stillness. And back to center. Feet to the floor, other side. Shift your hips to the right, knees bent together to the left. Maybe a support underneath a block. And 90%, the body is not the same on the left and the right. Maybe you can easily bring the knees down for this side, which is the case for me. Maybe you need more support. Please pay attention. I want your shoulder blades pressing down and your upper spine on the floor, arms open to the side. Sometimes the gravity does a nice work here by keeping the legs heavy without the block. See what you enjoy. Look up to the sky or turn your head, if your neck is doing okay, to the right. Every inhale here, imagine we're starting the breath from the base of the spine and it's traveling all the way up to the crown of the head. With the exhale, other way, from the crown of the head, the breath travels all the way down to the base of the spine. Just visualize that for the last 3 breaths. Inhale all the way up. Exhale all the way down. And take 2 more. Inhale. The longest, the biggest breath in, inhale. The deepest breath out, exhale.
Okay, tone the belly one by one, knees back to center, hips back to center. Give yourself your last big hug. Hug your knees in, wrap your arms around the legs. Stay here or rock the body side to side to massage the entire back body. Slowly back to center. Feet to the floor. Extend your arms, extend your legs away from the center. Turn your palms facing up. And please move your arms away from your body. Let your armpits breathe. Let your feet fall apart as we slowly get ready for Shavasana, the final rest on the floor. Choose to cover your eyes with something if your room is really bright. You stay here down on the floor. Only I come up so I can guide you in through the final rest. Let all the retention, the breath control go. Come back to your very neutral breathing. Allow your limbs to go heavy to the floor. Let your hips sink down by breath by breath. Palms facing up as a reflection of your heart. Keep your heart space wide open to receive the wisdom of the practice. Shavasana, this final rest, is the moment where we integrate everything the body learned from this practice to our mind and beyond. Allow your face, your jaw, and your skin to be soft. And relax the muscles behind your eyes. Take one more big breath in. Any unnecessary tension, let it go now. Big breath out. Let everything go. very gently begin to deepen your breath. Feel the rise and fall in your belly. Invite very gentle movements to fingers and toes. Small circles to your wrists and to your ankles in both directions. Then take a big breath and reach your arms up overhead. And from the tips of the toes to the fingers, take a full breath in. Open your mouth, full breath out, and release. Slowly roll to your right hand side and use your right arm as a pillow. Curl your knees into the chest. Become a tiny little ball. Before we show up back to the real world, take one more full breath. And let go. Then help yourself, your top hand as a support. Come up to find a tall seat. Just as we open the practice, one shin in front of you, in front of the other shin. Find some length. Establish your seat one last time. When you're ready, connect your hands together at the heart. We're back here, where we started. With seed that we planted into that darkness. We gave that enough pressure, enough warmth, enough good intention to let it grow. And effort never goes to waste. Please keep that in mind. Today or later, my hope is that intention will support you in your life. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Bow your head to your heart. Lift your head. Release your arms. And open your eyes. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Namaste is a word that I choose to use when I seal a practice. It simply means I see you, I honor you. There is the light and the darkness in me. Always connects with that light and darkness in you. And we are together in this. We are all in this together, what's happening in the world now. I was really hoping to be here, to be with you in person when we decided to have this class. But I'm also happy we have this chance of technology to connect. So thank you. Thank you.